So the trip continues, and I'm on the west coast of Portugal now. So I've just literally come from Barcelona, through the Douro Valley, well, across Spain, through the Douro Valley, and I'm now on the west coast, the Atlantic coast of Portugal. So yeah, let's see what happens next, and let's have a quick look at the journey. I don't know if you can hear that. Lovely church bells. There's loads of celebrations going on. Chloe knows more about it than I do. I travelled up this morning from the Douro Valley. Excuse me, my hay fever is really bad here. I'm sitting under a lemon tree. I don't read many books, but I read a book once called Driving Over Lemons. It was all about an ex-rock guitarist who moved to Spain and basically sort of stepped out of the limelight and lived a simple life. So it's a very religious country still, Portugal, which I like. I'm not religious, but I kind of like the ethos of it all. And I've come today all the way from the Douro Valley, which is where I was last night, and for the last 2 nights, in fact, staying in paradise. And you've seen the pictures. I mean, it was incredibly beautiful. And last night was probably the highlight of my journey so far, which is now what we're talking 3 weeks in, with barely a week to go. Which last night culminated in a guy, an estate worker, turning up at my door and asking me if I'd like to go for a drink of wine. To which I replied, I actually don't drink wine anymore, and explained why. Although he didn't speak a word of Portuguese. He spoke perfect Portuguese. He was Portuguese. I don't speak a word of Portuguese, and he didn't speak a word of English. But somehow we managed to communicate on a level which was just incredible. And so he took it on board that I wasn't going to go and drink wine with him. So he then decided to give me a tour of the estate in a golf buggy. And I can't really portray just how incredible last night was, because the guy was just... Well, I mean, if you had a best friend like him, you'd have a best friend for life. The guy was amazing. Right, we're videoing. Okay, we're just having a look around the estate. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going, but I'm going up here and around.
Aqui ser the patron.
Oh, the patron was here. Ah, okay. And there's no English being spoken, but we're understanding what was happening. There's another pool there, a deep one. It's this one.
Também uma casa.
Yeah. And I think we're going to go and see the cherries now. This is great. Who just thought I'd be getting a ride around the estate? This is lovely. Cherry trees are coming up. I can see them now coming. It's got a nasty little tick, this guy, but... yeah, see. Yes. That's right, they're good. They're very good. Yes. I think we're going to a viewpoint. Ah, you're working here. Okay. So he's been working in the woods today. This is the track that I've been coming down. just going to switch the camera right now. He was so friendly. He showed me all around the estate. He took me to a viewing point that he himself had built. Oh, this is fantastic. Oh, look where we've arrived. Wow. Obrigada. Wow.
Esse é o ponto alto.
Whoa, fantastic. Right, we're going to go across here. And walk across here. Wow. This one? He's brought me to this scene. I mean, I would have never seen this. It's a viewing platform up in the trees. Oh, wow. Look at this. Look at the view. Oh.
Ali ser as casas.
See, yeah, see.
Vai desde daquela rua.
Whoa, it's incredible.
Muito.
And then we look all over this way as well. Wow.
Muito grande.
Very, very big, very beautiful. Whoa. And that's the road that I came in just down there. You can see the car going past on it now. He showed me where the sheep hang out. He showed me where the patron, the owner, hangs out. He showed me where the cherries were. He picked cherries from the tree for me. I'm going to include some of this into this video. And some cherries, picking the cherries straight off the tree here. I'm going to put them in my pocket now. When I get enough Wi-Fi to send it to you guys. And then he took me down to where they make the wine, because we were in amongst the vineyards. I mean, literally the valley that we were in, it runs alongside the Douro Valley, which of course is where all the fortified wines, the ports, and everything are harvested, the grapes anyway. And the banks of the valley are incredibly steep. I mean, I went down, again, a bit of video that I hope link into this at some point. I literally went for 14 kilometers down to the river. The wind, by the way, through that valley every morning is horrendous. Well, whether that's something to do with the heat, I don't know, but it's been horrendous. I mean, it almost blow you off the bike. So it was just probably the best experience I've had for many years. Having an evening, and it was a good 2 hours, with a local person who knew everything about the estate, was brought up in that location, and his affection was incredible. He was just great, and his wife, who is also working on the estate, was equally as lovely, and she was just, and so I had a couple of barbecues because my accommodation was incredible. And there's about 8 or 9 houses, I think I might have mentioned, on the estate that are all, well, I assume estate houses from way back, because they're all built of granite. I mean, they didn't just get this stuff in and build it. It must have already been there. Every house was made of granite. For soundproofing, well, you can do nothing. It's incredible. But out of the 8 houses, 9 houses, I don't know what, there was only 3 of us. 2 Portuguese people who were up kind of behind me, who had a swimming pool in front of their place. So I said, that's your pool, just enjoy. I won't disturb you. Skinny dip, do what you want. They were lovely. They spoke perfect English, by the way. They were lovely people, lived in Porto. And then my place, which again you'll see pictures of, had a pool in front of that, which was mine. I mean, I had it for 2 days to myself. Nobody else turned up. They had no more bookings. And it was the best place that you could go to chill, I think, on the planet. It was incredible. And so it completely turned around all the crap that I had coming down through France, all the multitude of miles on autovias in Spain, crossing from Barcelona into Portugal. And so what do I derive as the answers to this trip? Where did I go wrong? Where did I go right? Well, I went wrong. Why did I come down through France when I've done it so many times, and then in the last 2 years also on motorcycles? Why did I do that? I have no idea why I did that. I literally had to put up 1,000 miles of riding through familiar places that I know so well, on auto routes, in accommodation, to get me to, well, basically some decent weather, because the weather was just awful. And then I got myself to Spain, but I actually ended up in on the Mediterranean coast in Barcelona, or just south of Barcelona, which, apart from that lovely stay on the estate, the vineyards, which was again incredible, and again I had it to myself, so I gave myself 10 stars for choice of Airbnbs this time. I've not had a duff one yet. Oh yes, I have. I've had one duff one, but to be honest with you, I give it a 6, but it could have been 10 if the sun had been shining. But as it was bucketing down with rain, it was never going to be a 10. So really, I've done really well with Airbnbs. So I got myself to Barcelona. I then had a massive trip. I mean, a massive journey from Barcelona to Portugal, right across Spain, on not the greatest of interesting roads, although I did go to Segovia. You saw Segovia. Been there before, loved it, went there, ticked the box, basically. It's incredible. And then I went to Avila, which also, my original plan was to stay in Avila, but then I started looking at my route and sort of thinking, do I want to spend 2 days in the city of Avila? No. So I cancelled that. I didn't lose money, by the way. Cancelled that one. Avila is incredible. If you're thinking of going to central, sorry, it's not central Spain, it's northern Spain. Well, it's basically on the line with Madrid, so I suppose it's fairly well down. If you want to go to 2 places and be really, really turned on by them, Segovia, go there. It's absolutely incredible. And Avila, which is the next sort of town, medieval city on. Incredible. But the highlight of this journey for me, and probably where I should have started, was to have come from Plymouth to Santander and gone straight to Portugal. Because I came in to Portugal from Spain, and came through places that time had forgotten. I mean, it was like the Portugal I remember from 30 years ago. I think I was 40 when I came through here. So 30 odd years ago, 71 now. Going back in time. Incredible, absolutely incredible. If anybody is thinking of doing a bike trip to Europe, forget France, forget Spain, get to northern Portugal. Northern Portugal, if you go inland, is still the original Portugal. It is absolutely incredible. The sights, get off road. I mean, don't go, keep off the autovias. If you've got a sat nav, keep off the autovias. There's a toll system in Portugal anyway, electronic tolls, and they're quite difficult to work out. You can buy a pass and all the rest of it. But to be honest with you, why don't you sit on the toll roads for hours just paying a lot of money and missing everything? So take the back roads. It'll take you through mountains, it'll take you through villages. Be prepared for the cobbles, be prepared for the potholes. They're everywhere. They're probably just as bad as our roads. They might be slightly worse. And be prepared for the guy on your tail who's going to push you and push you and push you, even though you're not sure what's coming. He knows. so they will hassle you quite aggressively. But Portugal, the food's fantastic, the scenery is incredible, and the people are so adorable and helpful, and I just love it. And again, I found another slice of heaven here today. I'm here for a couple of days before I catch up with Chloe, who's walked back into Spain today. She's now heading up to our next meeting point, which is after the weekend, so it's Monday, in the Pontevedra, which is in Spain, back over the border. So that's goodbye Portugal, and I'm really sorry to say goodbye to Portugal. And so, yeah, that's where I'm going to leave off here now, and I will put some pictures on. I do have internet here. I'm not sure how great it is. Oh, and by the way, when I arrived here, by the way, and it was a bitch to find. They always are. They always show where they are, but when you get there, they're not quite where you think they are. And I don't think I've had an Airbnb yet, apart from the one with Joseph, who you would have remembered the video, where I stopped thinking I was 3 kilometres away and he suddenly rocked up in his car and went, "Don't you follow me?" I don't think I've found an Airbnb since straightforward yet. They've all been difficult to find. And this one, in the heat, and it was about 32 degrees today. So when I rocked up, I was already, after leaving, I left this morning at 9-ish, 9:15-ish. And I didn't get here till 2 o'clock. And I only did 200 kilometres. I mean, it wasn't a big journey today. It was only 200 kilometres. But because I decided not to take auto routes, I was hardly out of third gear. I just went up every mountain and down every mountain and through every valley and every cobbled street you can think. And I was just avoiding potholes and avoiding grid covers and avoiding people. It's Saturday. They're all like, "What is this English dick doing on the road? Get out my way, I've got shopping to do." So yeah, it was a bit of a horrendous journey. By the time I got here, it was sweaty, hot, and it took ages to find it. But finally I found it. I got here. I managed to get the key code because there's nobody here. Got the key code box working, and that was okay for a minute, except I have to press 2 buttons and one of these decided to get keys to fall out. I was pressing one like an idiot. And then I got the keys, opened the door electronically. The gate came into the garden, which was on a bit of a tilt, and couldn't park the bike, but I've got it parked now under a tree. It's perfect. It's actually underneath an olive tree. And then I seem to have screwed the gate up by probably pressing the wrong button. It wouldn't work. So I sent a message saying, "I'm really sorry, I think I might have fucked your gate up." And the guy who doesn't live here sent his brother, who lives, I don't know, 2 minutes away. He came with his 9-month-old son, little darling, and said, "Only press that button, don't press any others," which is what I did. And so my power's about to go. So how cool was that? He came down here and he sorted it all out for me, and I'm living in a mill and I'm on my own, and it's just another classic Airbnb that's cost me no more than 60 quid. I'm aghast at what I've been getting. It's incredible, you know. What you get for 60 quid over here. It's amazing. Right, I've whittled on long enough on this video, so the upshot is I want to forget the beginning of this trip. I want to forget about it altogether because it was just horrendous. And I want to consider this holiday adventure. I want to consider this adventure was 10 days, not a month. And I don't ever want to repeat what happened at the beginning, but I certainly do love this. Would I do it on a motorcycle again? Not on a cruiser. It's not built for it. I've seen a load on the road, but they're not cruisers for cruising. The roads I've been going on are not for cruisers. So if you want to do a motorcycle trip and you want to take on Europe, and you want to take on Spain, Portugal, wherever, try and be good, but probably something like a Tiger. It's not a Thunderbird cruiser, 1700cc, built like a tank, weighs a ton, and when it falls over, and it's bloody heavy to pick up. So, right, I'm done. So tonight's meal for all those doubters is rotisserie chicken and salad. Yes, I'm having a salad. This will be my first salad since I left home on the 14th of May. Today's the 1st of June, the 2nd of June. 1st of June, I think. Yeah, I'm having a salad. Okay, I'll catch you all later on the next episode of, I don't know, riding over lemons. Maybe riding under lemons is probably the better thing. Yeah, a lemon tree with lemons on it. Can you bloody believe that? I mean, look. Basically, you can see them up there, but they're lemons on the tree. Ah, why did we choose to live in Britain? I don't know. Okay, take care. Catch you later.